right, and welcome once again. All takes valid, episode 4. I go by Trill Trayy. We have Spence or SP21
You already know what it is.
and Vick.
You already know.
So Vic, go ahead and let them know what we got in store for them today.
All right. So for the first topic, we're gonna recap last week's episode for the Pickems. Then we got the power rankings updated for week 7, followed by our thoughts on Tua becoming the starting quarterback for the Dolphins. Fourth topic, we're gonna talk a little bit about Mike Vrabel, if he's a real deal or not. And the fifth one is the Thursday night football game, Eagles versus. Hmm. Well, we'll see.
They're still a team,
G-Man.
man.
Yeah, they're still a team. Eagles versus G-Men. It's gonna be a good one. But we'll see. So start off again, week 1 recap of week 6 for the Pickems. I guess I'll go ahead and just pop it off, let y'all know the records for this previous week. And tied for last place is both Trey and I. Both at 9-5. We both got Denver versus New England wrong. Denver won that one. Atlanta versus Minnesota. I think everybody got that wrong too. Washington versus the Giants. Giants won that one. The Rams versus San Fran. San Francisco surprised everybody and won that one. And the things that we both split on, Trey got the Packers demolishing the Bucks.
I said annihilate. I said annihilate, not demolish.
Same thing, tomato, but and I had Cleveland beating the
Browns?
plastic curtains, but
The Browns?
Yeah, they
Listen, I understand they show some flashes of greatness, but please remember that
We're big brother.
Baker Mayfield.
No, we're still big brother.
that is true.
The North comes down to the Ravens and the Steelers. Everybody knows that. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care what the Cincy does. I don't care what Cleveland does. It's us in Baltimore. That's the only people I worry about.
I agree. Cleveland definitely showed me that they are not for real.
No,
Baker,
man.
Baker, I don't know. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback, but
That's a different topic. We can have
That's
that a different
We
day.
do that another time. But the winner for this week, I don't know. Trey, you want to say who the winner is?
Is it hard to say it? Because if not, don't worry. I got it for you. It is me, the one, the only SB21. As you can see by the king's chair, as you see. That's right. Ain't you the one? Hey, Trey, ain't you the one said you like, hey, go buy your picks because you're gonna make it big. A lot of people lost money that day. You lucky. I switched my pick for Denver in Pats. I would have been 11-3. Oh, y'all would have been sick. I told you guys. Yes,
Yeah.
You should have stuck with your gut.
Yeah.
I did. I should have. I really should have. But what I did stuck with my gut against the Giants. See, I told you Washington is gonna give them the first win. I told you.
Yeah. I was definitely contemplating it. I don't know if y'all remember in the last video, I said the Patriots were going to win, but I had a feeling that Drew Lock was going to keep it close, but I didn't, that was just my thought. But
You got it wrong. Okay.
I got it wrong.
Here.
I got it wrong. Okay. So Spence, at the end of the day, he was 10-4 last week. Me and Trey both finished off 9-5. So
Congratulations on Saturday when we have the next show, and we have our
guess
pick.
what? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
So far, nobody has repeated, obviously, because I won.
Of course,
before.
but wait, but Terry, hang on a second. You got one. No, I got one.
That is true. Somebody's been wrong twice. Somebody hasn't won yet. That is true.
This week is my week. Just a reminder to all the fans, like and subscribe to the channel. All take valid. So off to the next topic. We will be talking about the power rankings. And since Spence, you won for the Pickems in week 6, go ahead and pop it off.
Well, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. A lot of teams have switched spots. A lot of teams has been exit and inserted. And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Number one is still Seattle. Seattle's still playing amazing football. Even though the defense is sometimes sus, but they're still having a winning record, and they still having amazing, and Russell's still playing MVP football. So until proven otherwise, I still have a number one. Now number 2 and 3, man, I want to say top two, like number 2 tied, because it's between the Titans and Steelers. Because once again, they're also undefeated, but man, Sunday is going to be the game that's gonna which one's gonna be which one.
Spoiler alert.
We're gonna get to that Saturday, but anyway, that's where I have it. 2 right now. For number 2, I'll have the Titans. Number 3, I'll have the Steelers for right now till Sunday, and then we'll really solidify that. But till then, number 4 is still the Chiefs. Number 5, I'll give it. Number 5, I have to go to the Ravens on that one, even though they are also have only just having a good year. They're having a good year, but they haven't faced anybody tough except Mahomes, and we've seen that game. But we're moving on from that. Number 6 is probably still going to be the Bucs. Number 7 is the Pats, man. Wow. I know the Buccaneers is number 2 in rushing defense, but man, they made Aaron Rodgers put him in a box and shipped him off to somewhere. I don't know what's going on with them, but I feel like they'll bounce back from this. This is a good, humble experience. Aaron Rodgers has been in this for long periods of time. I think they'll bounce back. I think so. I don't even know who their next game is, but I think they'll bounce back. Number 8 is the slow coming back of Nick Foles and the Bears. Bears is having one extraordinary year, 5-1, and 2 wins are under Nick Foles right now. So, well, if you count the Falcons game, then yeah, that'll be 3. But him starting, I think he's been doing fairly well for the Bears, especially since Trubisky's just not doing what they thought they were. Number 9.
Wait, hold on. Before you go on from that, nobody thought Trubisky was going to do anything besides the Bears organization. Everybody was puzzled as why they didn't take Deshaun Watson. So,
well, here's the thing: the Bears organization, they had to see something in order to just skip those other 2 people. They had to see something.
Not only that, they traded up to get him. And
exactly. So they had to see something to trade to get this guy. So this had to see something. But I guess whatever they saw, they're still not seeing it. So
guess what? Nobody else saw it but them.
Well, we'll get back to that topic another time. Anyways, number 9 is still the Saints right now. Even though they're having a winning record, they are skinning the teeth of wins, especially when Drew Brees is not being Drew Brees. I don't know what Drew Brees is this, but I think this is the declining year. But whatever it is,
this is his last year, in my opinion.
I think so too. But they're still winning. But man, they're barely making it. And number 10 has to be in the top 10 for me. It's the winners of last night. Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw the dismantling of Jerry Jones and the Cowboys right in front of our eyes. My God. And to be honest, I picked them to win, but I didn't think they were going to win by this much. These people got obliterated. Yes, Kyle Murray still has to get in this offense. It's only the second year. He has to get used to it a little bit more. But I'm telling you, wait till he gets it. Because his sliding is undefeated because he used to play baseball. So he knows when to slide for more yards. I'm telling you, once he gets that accuracy down, I don't know. The car isn't going to be an underdog for too much longer.
I told y'all that's my sleeper team in the NFC. And in a couple, maybe like the next 2-3 years, 2-3 years tops, I think Kyler Murray is going to be in MVP conversations.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see it. But he has he has to get a little bit more weapons. I mean, the weapons he got is cool, but Larry's getting old. DeAndre Hopkins, well, we don't know how long he's going to be there, and he got a couple people on the wide receiver, Isabella and King Drake and Kurt. A little slot, no names, but just get another solidified player. I think the Cardinals is going to be a playoff contending team, and that's my power rankings.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and go second on this.
Say the best for last. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess if you want to say it like that, So, first one, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. Overall, offensively and defensively, I feel like they're pretty close as terms of like the top team. Second, I have the Titans, Tennessee Titans. Third, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Still not, like as Spence had mentioned earlier about the defense. That's still my biggest question mark about the team. But obviously, Russell Wilson's playing at a MVP caliber level. And fourth, I have the Baltimore Ravens, which, again, kind of getting ready for the segment later on this week in the next podcast. We will definitely be talking about that. Fifth, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers cracking that top 5 ranking.
You just couldn't be honest and put us over you, huh?
Well, y'all gotta earn that. I mean,
could be real.
We're the defending division champs, so y'all gotta earn that respect. So
check NFL.com.
Yeah. So then, 6, I have the Las Vegas Raiders. 7, I have the New Orleans Saints. 8, I have my team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For all my Bucs fans out there, we do this at the stadium, so you already know what's about to happen. We be like, Tampa Bay. All right, had to get that out the way. At 9, I got the Green Bay Packers. I know.
That was disgusting. Okay. That was disgusting.
Talk at the stadium, man. You know it too, Trey. I know you've been to the
stadium. Yeah, I've been to the stadium. I don't participate in that when I go to the Bucs Stadium. Usually, the couple times I went to the Bucs Stadiums when we came down there and we kind of like y'all left before the game was over and we took it over. But that's a different story.
That's another story for another time.
I don't remember that. But anyway, so again, 9,
you remember Conti? You remember that guy?
Number 9.
9, I got the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, they got
wow, from 2 to 9. Okay.
Yeah, they got took out to the backyard.
The Packers got annihilated, like I said.
We switching stories now? That's crazy. Right. That's crazy.
10, I have the Chicago Bears cracking the top 10 power rankings for my list. All right.
Okay.
All right. When I have this paper, that's when you know it's the money list. This is the real power rankings. All right.
You said last week was the money list, and
that was for Pickems. This is power rankings. This is different. You let me. I have the floor, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. Go. I got you.
All right. So
you got it. Go ahead.
Number 1, they bounced back from their loss. Granted, it wasn't in the fashion I thought it was going to be. I expected when I seen the Bills versus the Chiefs with both Josh Allen and Mahomes, it was going to be like a shootout more or less. With two big arm guys, and I mean, granted, the weather I feel like played had to play into that. They did most of their work on the ground with Clyde Edwards-Helaire had great game, 161 yards on the ground.
Amazing game.
And that just had me thinking about, and these guys just signed Le'Veon Bell. So, yeah, the league has that to look forward to. They got 2 of them. But I still got the Chiefs at 1, defending champs. They got caught slipping by the Raiders, but they beat a Bills team who a lot of people had in their top 10 at one point. I didn't hear any of y'all keep them in the top 10 this week, obviously. But, whatever. 2, I got Seattle. Russell Wilson, like we said, you guys touched on the defense. I don't got to continue to. With Russell Wilson on the team, it's always going to be a chance. He's going to make something happen. Doesn't matter.
He's gonna make something happen.
Number 3, my Pittsburgh Steelers.
Of course.
Not of course, because I had them ranked like 6 or something last week. I'm not biased like this guy. I can admit. Anyways, 4 I got the Titans.
But no, in
I put the Ravens above us last week in my power rankings. What are you talking about? I'm not biased.
Ooh, no, I was saying in your defense. I mean, they are 6-0, so.
Well, we're 5-0, but we'll be 6-0 after we beat the Titans Sunday. Thanks for the prediction. Thank you for that. Look at that. You set it up. No, but at 4, I got the Titans right now. I mean, Derrick Henry is just. And the reason I probably would have put the Titans above us, but honestly, the reason I didn't is because the winless Texans kind of gave them a scare there. Took overtime.
That is true.
It took them overtime to get it done.
They also Bill O'Brien is not there any longer, and I think the team is a little bit more loose and
yeah, that is true.
They're playing better now because they probably didn't like Bill O'Brien as much. But you know how that whole firing goes.
Yeah.
Teams always play better whenever the head coach gets fired. Most of the time.
I don't know, because they should have closed out that game by kicking a field goal. Don't go by 2.
I mean, they won last week, which they were defeated before, and now they gave a fight against the Tennessee Titans, who was one game away from the Super Bowl. So that's a pretty big testament to what Houston's been doing. So don't sleep on the Houston Texans. But
hey, man, I'm a Deshaun Watson fan, man. I'm never sleeping on the Texans. I want to see him do good, but I mean,
I want to see him.
It's just in a bad. Well, he's not going to a new team. He just resigned a big deal.
I know
he's stuck there, so you're not going to see that. He's stuck. But going on with my list, number 5, I got the Ratbirds, which 5 is being generous, honestly, because the Philadelphia Eagles, boy, did they put them on the rope or what?
Ooh, you talk about Titans putting scaring Titans. What about y'all?
Yeah.
On those walls.
I plead the 5th.
Oh yeah, I bet you.
Good answer.
Hey, but look,
good answer.
I had them at. These guys made a huge jump for my list. I had them at 10 last week. I got them up to 6 this week.
Wow.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, huh? Boy, did they make me look stupid.
Yes, they did. They did. And I was loving every moment of that game.
Here's the thing. I knew I knew the Packers were gonna win, but I didn't think it would be like a blowout. I thought 2 quarterbacks, especially 2 elite quarterbacks, this is gonna be a shootout. This is a shootout, but man.
I don't, man.
Man.
The Packers are soft. That's what I'll say. That's a hot take. That's a hot take for you. The Packers are soft. Anyways, so I got the Bucks at 6. I got the Raiders at 7. The Packers, granted, I think I had them at 3 last week. I dropped them down to 8 after that loss. Like, that was just horrible. No type of heart. No type of 9. I still got the Saints.
Yeah,
like you said, somehow they're still winning games. Whatever, I'm gonna keep them there. They're gonna remain in the top 10. And then I guess me and you agreed on this, Spence. At 10, I got Kyler and them boys.
Them boys, man.
I like what I've been seeing. Buda Baker was all over the place last night. I mean, they lost. What's his name on the line for the Cardinals? Jones.
Chandler Jones.
They lost Chandler Jones, but you can't really tell. Like, they haven't. That defense looked great. Granted, it was the Cowboys who haven't looked.
But
they haven't looked at the whole NFC East hasn't looked good. But
that's true.
They still have like one of the best receiving cores.
Exactly. They have
one of the best running backs, if arguably the best running back, and they got to put the ball on the ground. twice last night.
I would look better.
And fumbled twice.
Which helped me win my fantasy game, and I am undefeated through 6 weeks in fantasy football. So I want to shout out Zeke. Appreciate that effort.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my top 10 though.
I think
That is the top 10 actually. That's the top 10. That's the only top 10 for me.
Zeke should be sponsored by Butterfingers.
Yes, he should.
Boy.
He should. My God.
That man sure know how to drop the ball.
And the funny thing is like last season he didn't have these many fumbles. Like he's like doubled in like 2 games.
Also, I just wanted to pull out a quick stat real quick. And for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the next gen stat, they are leading the league with 15 sacks and 6 interceptions forced by setting extra pressure. So just wanted y'all to know. Last week I said as the best defense in the NFL, I claimed the Buccaneers, and they backed me up. So quick shout out to the Buccaneers defense. D. White, you said that they need to put some respect on y'all name, and you did just that, man. You and the whole crew. But
I want to change my pick for the top defense because I made a mistake and said the Baltimore Ravens were the number 1 defense, and after what Philly did, y'all, we gonna drop that down.
I mean, that's why you didn't hear me mention my Baltimore Ravens because I know our weaknesses and strengths, and
y'all weak, all right. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, last week y'all had like 3 fumbles thanks to Marcus Peterson. Gave him a new contract. He was feeling good.
Oh, that was Marlon Humphrey. But
Humphreys.
I mean,
gave him a new contract. He felt good.
The thing about it is the Ravens, they beat the teams that they're supposed to beat.
Lose to the teams.
Hold on. What did you say?
The Ravens, they beat.
That's not what I'm talking about. I wish I could rewind for last week. The Steelers really haven't showed me nothing. They haven't played anybody yet.
But
who have y'all played?
What?
You still ain't answered that. Who have y'all played?
We played to our comp. We won our games, and that's it. And we still handled our business. So
we got the Titans this Sunday because of correction last week. I said that we had the Ravens, which we would have had them week 7, but the whole COVID schedule switch got me confused. So it's Tennessee this week, week 8, and Baltimore Ravens.
See,
we gonna show y'all something.
The Browns, they showed us their true colors, like they are.
Y'all going 2-2.
No, that's not gonna happen.
No.
The Titans
being bad,
y'all, especially since y'all ain't got Devin Bush. That boy finna get loose now, King Henry.
So we can, that's a good segue though.
Yeah.
I think we were going to talk about the latest NFL injuries, right? That's coming up. So I think that's a good segue into that. Which, that was very unfortunate for me to hear that Devin Bush tore his ACL is going to be out for the season. That's good. That's a big blow.
That is,
especially for our front 7. I mean, the rest of them boys, I feel like they still can hold it down. But I do remember what happened a couple seasons ago when we lost Shazier in the middle and how it kind of exposed us. I'm hoping that we're not going to see some of the same with that.
We also didn't have Minka Fitzpatrick at that time either, so
that is true.
That's been a big impact to y'all defense. So we'll see. Come time Sunday.
Whatever injuries we had this week? Anything? I don't think of any
did a lineman get injured this week?
But
still, that to go off your point, man, it's been like a couple seasons y'all would like lose a middle linebacker like almost every season, almost.
Miles Sanders, he's gonna be out for,
right.
I think it was, the report said 1 to 2 weeks, so it's not that severe. Zach Ertz is expected to miss a few weeks.
And
go ahead.
And that's not really good for a Philadelphia Eagle team that's struggling to move an offense with the weapons they have now, and now more of the weapons that are not really they're reliable to him.
No,
And
Zach
now they're
Ertz, when he's healthy, he's definitely a big part of their
oh,
offense.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like people who are big in your offense now are now gone for not a long time, but as these games are coming along, especially when the week's starting to hit the double digits, now they're getting a little bit harder. And you're gonna need these wins, especially not only for starting positions and jobs, it's just for team record. Period.
All right.
I think the Cowboys are leading that division with 2 wins, so they'll be
2
okay.
wins.
They'll definitely be okay, I think.
Isn't that crazy? That that's crazy to me.
Also, in another news, I will come back to the injuries, but for Dallas Cowboys, I guess some good news for them today. Randy Gregory, defensive end / outside linebacker, he was conditionally reinstated and is now officially back on the Cowboys roster, as he was exempt from the commissioner's exempt list. We also have Panthers running back Trayy. Sorry, but this weekend he won't be available. He isn't expected to play against the Saints. Also, Mark Ingram from the Baltimore Ravens. He had an MRI that showed a mid to high ankle sprain that is not considered severe. So he most likely won't be. He'll likely be available against the Steelers on November 1st. And other than that,
Good game to
those were
come back
the those are the biggest news
Might
that
want to
I've
sit that
seen.
one out.
Oh man, that episode, man, I may have to sit back and watch this one.
Steelers Ravens week. Yeah, that should be interesting on here.
Oh man.
All right. So speaking of injuries, Tua for the Dolphins. He has been named the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
Yes, he has.
So obviously, I both know that y'all both Dolphin fans. Spence, you put on that hat first, so go ahead and pop it off. What's your thoughts?
Listen, I to be honest, I would have given him at least one more week, but I get it. I get it. He wanted to make sure that the line that he has now could protect him from, most hits. Now, no, they haven't played anybody with a crazy rush offense except like a crazy rush defense except like Seattle and maybe some others. But like so far, he has been protected during the Jags game. The 49ers game was surprisingly he did pretty well. Talking about Fitzpatrick, like in pocket presence. So I guess he felt like, what, these guys can protect him. Let's see what he can do. I'm for it. If anything goes wrong, hey, let's just switch it out and just keep it from there. But we knew this was coming one way or another. It's either we had it happen now or end of the season. It was going to happen. So me personally, I'm okay with it as long as they can protect the kid. I do not need him to get messed up like Joe is, because right now Joe is having at least 4 sacks per game. I do not need that.
All right. So for me, I honestly think it's a little bit premature for me. I think just looking at their schedule that's coming up. So you're gonna his first game starting is gonna be against the Rams, which their defense is no slouch. You got the Cardinals coming up, and then you're gonna have the Chargers. For me, the sweet spot, if you wanted to start them, would have been the following week where they played the Broncos, because then the schedule kind of softens up. You got Denver, you got the Jets again, you got Cincy. That's 3 weeks of him starting.
Is Denver after the Chargers?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, okay.
So you got a 3 weeks to see where he's at, and then obviously after that, after Cincy, you have Kansas City, which you're not expecting him to win, but by then he's had some starts. You can see where he's at by then, and then you end off with New England, the Raiders, and the Bills.
Right.
But I mean, he looked good for the whole he threw 2 passes and everybody went crazy.
Through
He
it.
completed a first down. I mean, at the end of the day, though, you drafted him where you drafted him to be the future. So if you guys are feeling like now it's Tua time, then let's see. I think it's a little premature, but I do think this is the one, though. Honestly, I think if you put the right pieces around him in the right system, which I do like Brian Flores, do think that this one can actually pan out. Which, as you see with Tannehill, where he went elsewhere with a system, Tannehill wasn't necessarily a bad quarterback. It was just,
the funny thing
Adam
is,
Gase and
yeah.
My take from the outside, from an outsider, not a Dolphins fan, but I support all the Florida teams, except for obviously when they're going against the Canes or the Bucks. But other than that, from what I seen, the first play, it was a run play. He rolled out. He looked fluid. I even seen him with a little bounce in his step when he came right around the corner from the rollout. The second play was a pass play on 2nd and 9. It was another rollout, which he threw the ball. It was 2 yards that he to Patrick Lard, I believe his name is. The ball was in a good placement. He avoided, pressure because he had 2 people coming at him. It was like weak side blitz. So he did a good job getting the ball in there, keeping it in the boundary and not high or too low. The third play that I saw was the 3rd and 7. It was a pass play, which he converted the first down to Jakeem Grant. Height coverage, zone coverage, and he threaded the needle on that. Jakeem Grant caught the ball and secured that first down. And then from there on, it was just, they ran out the clock because needed was a first down. So all in all, I mean, his hip looked good. It didn't seem like he had a bounce, like, he was wobbling or he was stiff in his movement. So I was impressed, but, again, it's a small sample size. I look forward to seeing what he does in his upcoming matchup. Who was that again, Trey?
It's the Rams this week.
Rams. Aaron Donald is going to be.
If they want to see if he's mobile, that's the game they're going to show him. Because I'm telling you right now, Aaron Donald, I'll say it now, that man is Defensive Player of the Year, and it's scary to go against him. Absolutely scary.
I have to look into that, but I don't know about Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he's on his way.
It's a guy named T.J. Watt who got snubbed last year, I think.
Okay, he's there too. But I'm saying in the top 3,
I mean, Donald's always going to be in that conversation.
Yeah, he's always going to be in that conversation. So yeah, I agree with that. And I, as a Ravens fan as well, I would agree that T.J. Watt is in the top 5. I'm not going to say he's the guy just yet, but his production has been nice, especially in sacks.
He definitely not like his. I mean, all I always said when we drafted him, I was just like, if he can be half as good as his brother and just stay healthy, that's all I need.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I think he's better.
I mean, he hasn't been hurt yet, so the best ability is availability, right? So,
but you also got to think though, J.J. Watt, he was healthy for a good portion of his beginning and half of his career, and then once he got to his like 6th or 7th year in the NFL, that's when the injuries started to become a domino effect.
Yeah,
become a riddle. But yeah. All right. So on to the next topic. We have, is Mike Vrabel the real deal? Spence, care to take it off?
Sure. I can't say it's too early to say because his first go around, he almost made it. He was one game away, and now we're in second year. He's on a good run.
Well,
this is third.
This would be, this is actually year 3.
This is year 3. Okay. So he still has an incredible run. I think. Oh yeah, because he lost the first time because it was the Colts, right?
Yeah,
the Colts eliminated, right? Still, That's still good because first time he went, first time he did it, had a wild card opportunity, got eliminated. Then second time he got in, he almost made it to the dance.
You know what? They
And
beat
now
the Patriots, then they beat
The Patriots, my Ravens, and
oh yeah, that's all I want to hear. I knew who they beat.
You just want him to say
I know who they beat. I just wanted to hear you say
you
it.
just want him to say it. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't wait for Saturdays. Anyways,
did y'all make the playoffs?
Here we go. Anyways,
all right, yeah.
We didn't have the MVP of the league and get
fellas,
first round exit.
fellas.
We had Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges.
Fellas. We'll get to that. I promise you. We will get to that episode when it gets to there. I'm gonna let y'all have the floor when it gets to there.
Maybe if y'all better prepared yourself and got yourself a quarterback in a draft or something, y'all probably wouldn't have.
Fellas.
We got the king of the AFC North.
Guys, we'll get to that episode.
We get to that episode.
Anyways,
go ahead.
Back to what I'm saying. He's having a run. Looks like he's about to, of course he has. It looks like they're on their way to playoffs as of right now, with the momentum they're going and everything that's happening right now. It looks like they're going. So for me, I think so. I think he's doing amazing things. If anybody thinks different, I think the Titans have found their coach for a long period of time.
Okay. So I will go ahead and pick up here. So through 3 seasons, his regular season record 21-14. So he has a winning record, obviously. And then if you look at, like I said, this is third year. So if you look at it, in 2018 they went 9-7. They finished third in the South.
Right.
Last year they went 9-7 again, but they finished second in the South. And obviously the year is still to be determined right now. They're 5-0 right now, but they're currently first in the South. So if you're looking at it that way, he's done nothing but progress each season or each year. So I mean, they're about to be 5-1 after Sunday when they play us. But overall, though, yeah, it's a big difference from when he first got over there. Like, he got them boys right, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And that's my forte. Is like, I love the old smash mouth. Like, I respect defensive, play defense and run the ball. That's football for me. Like, yeah, you want to pass for 1,000 million yards. That's cool, but what do they say? Defense wins championships, right?
Right.
All right. So, and you can point out the whole, he came from the Belichick tree and everything, but just remember who drafted him. Shout out Mike Vrabel. Go ahead, Vic.
Well, as you stated, and I want to get back to that point which you made about under the Bill Belichick tree.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, just stating just some of the facts you've already stated, his progression over the years since he's become the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. From the tree of Bill Belichick's, his proteges, the best winning percentage has to go to Bill O'Brien. Out of 100 games, 52-48, with the win percentage of over 520, which Mike Vrabel right now has 622. And the worst one is, well, right now it's still to be determined, but Joe Judge, but he's 1-5. But other than that, Matt Patricia takes the cake at 11 games won out of 25 and 1 tie with 311 percentage. So, but as you mentioned about the Bill Belichick tree, in a way to say, Mike Vrabel, he did play under Bill Belichick, so he learned a lot of things under him. But for the most part, Mike Vrabel, stated himself that he takes more of his coaching philosophies and stuff like that from Urban Meyer, because remember back in 2008 he was traded to KC with Matt Castle. Well, Matt Castle, he went there too, but he got traded in 2008. He he went back to college 2 years later, became a coach at Ohio State University under Luke Fickell, and he grew as a defensive line coach. A year later, Urban Meyer came out of retirement, and from that point on, they did their thing. Um, and then he joined in 2014. He joined Bill O'Brien's coach. He was the first one that he hired as a linebackers coach. Then from there, he eventually became the head coach for the Tennessee Titans. And Teddy Bruschi once had he had a take on Vrabel, and he was asked if Mike Vrabel was more so under Bill Belichick's tree or what, and he said no, he's more so under the Urban Myers because of like some of his philosophies and like um, when they had meetings and practice. Whenever Bill Belichick may have said something or he had stated this is how he wants to do it, Mike Vrabel and other teammates, not just Mike Vrabel, but they would call BS on it and just like tell them, hey, like let's try it this way. So as much credit as we give to Mike to Bill Belichick, we also have some of the players like Teddy Bruschi and Mike Vrabel that um, you know they had their own little flavor to how they do things. And if you look at the offense and just obviously the defense is pretty much Bill Belichick's style and whatnot, but also like his offensive philosophies and even some of his defense philosophies is somewhat similar. Like he's taken little pieces out of each coach. So,
Right.
For the most part, he learned the game under Urban Myers, but he did play under Bill Belichick. So he picked some things out of that, but he also, had called out on some of the BS on some things like, in terms of like how you treat players. And Teddy Bruschi also stated as well that a lot of players, and he spoke to players around the league. He asked them, what did they think about Josh McDaniels when he became a head coach for the Denver Broncos? And he stated that some players, well, players, and he didn't say some, but he said players found Josh McDaniels to be more so a copycat of Bill Belichick. Just like he wasn't original, he was trying to bring the same philosophy, but the same um, style of coaching that Bill Belichick does without, obviously we talk about this a lot, but without the pedigree, without the
Right.
championship that Bill Belichick has earned to do all the things that he does. And that's what Mike Vrabel does a little differently, is that he has his own little flavor to it. He's more willing to listen to his players, but he just has his own little flavor. So to all those that say that he's more under Bill Belichick's, family tree, I would say it's more so under Urban Myers, just because of how much he learned from the I think it's 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years that he was under Ohio State's university under Urban Meyer. So that's my little take on that. Um, Anybody else have anything to add up to that, or
No,
No,
yeah?
I
no.
think
All
that
right,
covers it. I mean, he's doing a great job.
doing a great job.
It sucks that his undefeated season has to end on Sunday, but
Here we go.
We could place
that
a
is
wager on that too.
for
We'll
Saturday.
we'll see that for Saturday.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Now the the best topic that we're all so excited to talk about. I cannot wait.
Oh man.
Thursday night football.
Oh
Drum
man.
roll. We have
Hey,
the Giants versus
the
the Eagles.
EAGLES. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole chant that the Eagles fans.
Who wants to start this one out? I know you guys are so excited. I have a bunch of notes on this one.
I'll go ahead and start it off.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, my prediction, I believe the New York Giants will win this game.
Hmm.
Uh, my score, I would probably say it would be 21-17 Giants. And I mean, the Eagles, they definitely have shown some promise. I feel like I may bite my words on that the Eagles may put up a shock because of what they did against my Ravens, and also what a little bit of a scare that they gave against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But
Stop trying to tie us in with Joe. Just stop. Stop. Stop.
So you know what? Nope. Let me change that. No, let me change that. I will change that. Second thoughts. I'm going with the Eagles on this one. Same score, 21-17.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not entirely a big believer in the Giants, and that front seven of the Eagles is still a problem. So
you learned that on Sunday, right? You went against the Giants and they bit you once, right?
I mean, they could, but no, I just don't believe the Giants can do it. The Washington football team is completely different from the Eagles. I think they're slightly better, but that's just my opinion.
And the NFC least is hard to
really
decipher who's good and who's not.
As you see, I changed my pick just like that.
I'm gonna be short and sweet with this one. I'm going Philly too, but for me, like you said, Philly's front seven is pretty tough. But for me, what it comes down to in most games, besides coaching, is quarterbacks. And I definitely trust Carson Wentz way more than I trust Daniel Jones. So my money's on the Eagles. Well, hold on. I would not bet on this game at all. Either way.
But for this one.
Yeah, but yeah, for the sake of the show, my money's on the Eagles. Don't try to. Don't hit me up. I'm not. No, never.
Is it weird to say? Can I see a tie on this one? Because I can see a tie.
It's highly possible. The Eagles have a tie this season already.
Yeah. So I can see another tie. That's the sad part about this. But we need. It could happen, but you know what? For picking
stick with the Giants.
You know what? And I'm gonna stick with the G-men on this one. They upset y'all once. They have that win now. They taste the win. I'm not saying they're going to go crazy, but they might pull out another one. Remember, the Eagles has lost almost all their offense weapons, and now they have to go run by 3 strings and some rookies. I'm saying that's cool enough. Yes, the front seven of the Eagles is dangerous because Fletcher's still playing. But I feel like the Giants can pull this out. It's not going to be a blowout. It definitely won't be a blowout. It's probably going to end by a kick. But
yeah, I don't see either team scoring 30 points.
I don't see that at all. If this becomes a shootout that we are not expecting, I am going to be
you know what? Though? Honestly, that's what I notice happens when you have two
no names.
Two bad teams, because they're on the same level, ends up being a better game. But like I said, I am so excited to watch this game Thursday night.
I can't wait.
I'm not gonna forget it.
I can't forget it. I can't forget it.
And
just to go back to Spence, just for everybody to know, since 1974, since that's when overtime was implemented, there hasn't been a team in the same season that has tied. So
twice,
it could potentially make history. But
hey, also hold on. Also, there's never been a team to make the playoffs with a 6-10 record. Now I feel like this NFC East division this year, they might be the first one to push it. I think 7-9 is the worst that's made the playoffs ever. But I think this year, them boys in the NFC least, they are fighting to prove the world, make history in 2020. 6-10. That'd be 6-9-1. But
yeah, but.
And there also has been 40 ties since 1972, I think it was. Yeah, since 1972. 1974, there's been 40 teams that have tied.
For some reason, the Bengals in modern history, from what I can remember, are... Matter of fact, when Donovan McNabb was the quarterback, he tied with the Bengals, which is
Right.
crazy, and they
Yeah.
just tied with them this year.
Is
Because
this
I remember
something
that
with- Is
interview.
this something?
I remember Donovan Knapp saying like he didn't know that the game could end in a tie.
No,
I
nobody could.
Oh,
Oh,
I also wanted to put a quick shout out to Jamal Williams for the Green Bay Packers. Calling my boy Tom Brady out with the four, saying that Aaron Rodgers would never do such a thing, even though he didn't do exactly that, but he did get a delay of game, which that's unheard of from
what was
Aaron
this
Rodgers.
about though? What was this about?
that was based off of Keel and
That's-
that was based
yeah.
off of Keel Appeal.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct.
That was based off Keel and Peele skit.
After he did that, the game was over.
Oh yeah. After he did that, that was GG. They're like, really?
Hey, but we was talking about that boy Carlton Davis though. I told you I like that boy.
Yeah.
I don't like the Bucks. Ain't too much I can say that I do like about the Bucks, but I like Carlton Davis. I like Carlton Davis. He got some swag to him.
Yeah, Levante and Devin White, they definitely showed out too. Like I told you.
Yeah.
Devin White, he said it. He said y'all need to put some respect on our names too. And we just talking about the Packers all week, about them to be in the best offense. Time to show the NFL, and he did that.
Bro, like I know you came on here, you said what you said about them being the number one defense and all that, but let's be real. We know the Bucks faithful, like the real Bucks. It's a lot of bandwagoners this year because the Bucks are doing good, but we know the actual Bucks faithful, right? A lot of the Bucks faithful weren't that confident before this game. Like they weren't like you have confidence because it's your team, but they weren't just like, oh my god, like you had a small little wager on it, and obviously based on the amount of wager, I know that's how I judge your confidence. And
I mean, you had the same wager for your Steelers, so
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm just saying
back and forth. It's just
Here we go.
Well, all around, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a better defense, secondary, linebackers, defensive line than the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's my take, and obviously the stats.
The stats don't show it, but
the stats show it. The stats show it. I mean,
we were just
we
I don't know
about this. I mean, but like I said, I mean,
we're number one in sacks.
Our run defense.
This can go on for hours, ladies and gentlemen. This can go on for hours.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if we're gonna,
we're
number one. You guys have the ability to look up the stats. I mean, we are number one in just about every category, but the Bucks are up there as well in certain categories. But
like flip flop. I mean, it's really a toss up.
Yeah. But I'm gonna take the experience though when it come down to it though. That's just me.
Bro.
Y'all just started doing this. Y'all ain't this new for y'all.
That's funny.
I mean, last year was
no, y'all were good last year, but Brady. I will say I feel like Brady gave the whole Bucks everything, like a little bit of swag or something. It's like, I don't. It's a couple of these games. If Jameis is still the quarterback, these ain't wins. The Chargers game, that's a loss.
That's a loss.
I don't know if y'all keep a lead against the Packers with
No, he would have thrown at
Jameis
least.
Like
he would at least
especially once he goes down 10, Jameis is going to get to trying to do too much and force turnover. So even though the defense could have been making them same plays, I feel like Jameis would have found a way to get in the way and negate it.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But I think that was everything we had to speak about today. Did you guys have anything else before we wrap it up?
Also, please remember that no matter what wins are happening, remember the Jets are still 0-6.
Hey, but look, check this out though. They would still have a chance in the NFC East. They would still.
If they switched conference, they would. They really would.
They
Would
have
would.
a chance
They
to
really
win
would.
the
If they
NFC
would have,
East.
if they
So
would have
as
win,
bad as you want to talk about the Jets,
I'm just saying they're the only winless.
No, it's not even about. I was just trying to think. Like, do I think they would win the NFC East or like? But
no.
They're just depleted on talent, so they probably still win. But
once again, I will say this till I turn blue in the face. I am not scared of an Adam Gase.
Well, he will not. What are we going into? This is going to be week 6. No, week 7. Week 7. Week 7. Okay, so we're going into week 7. I've been saying this. It's probably going to be sooner. They lose another 2 games.
No,
I feel like he's getting. He will not be
this game.
He won't be coaching by week 10. He will not be the head coach by week 10. There's no way they keep Adam Gase past week 10.
Agreed.
I just don't see it.
I agree.
All right, though. But as always, you don't have to agree. You can disagree. But at the end of the day, all takes are valid. All right, boys.
All right.